if you're seeing this, I'm gonna give it a second. Oh, no, 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 shh. Hi. So, I'm a little trepidatious of this, so I want to make sure it comes up first before we just get up and running. So, doo-doo-doo. Any minute now. Hopefully it'll come through. So, I think we're good. Let's find out. Okay, cool. It looks like we are up and rolling, so if you've been watching it up to this point, I apologize that nothing's really been going on. But, like I was saying a minute ago, I've already tried to record this chapter once and it did not come through. So, yeah, I wasn't wanting to take any chances. So, it does look like we are up and rolling, which is awesome. So, I guess we'll go ahead and get started. Again, sorry for the delay there, but welcome back to a playthrough of Star Wars Bounty Hunter, Part 4. We're going to be tackling Chapter 5 today, Favor for a Hutt. Actually, remember where a good chunk of the bounties are on this one because, well, one, because I've played through it at least twice in the past month or so. But yeah, let's not waste any more time. We'll get right into it.
You didn't tell me your new partner was such a looker.
She's got nothing on you, Ross.
Oh, your flattery means you need something from me, right?
I need more information on the Hutts.
Well, I know a junk dealer in Mos Espa. He told me Gardula and Jabba are feuding over control of Tatooine.
And they're probably not in on this together. Which one of them is working with the Bandagora?
Dunno, but nobody sees the Hutt without something to offer. That I do know. This junk dealer, Watto, knew I had a friend in your line of work. He told me about a bounty Jabba posted, hoping for a finder's fee himself. Poor sap, lost everything in a pod race last season. Anyway, Longo Two Guns. Jabba wants him and his whole gang of bandits dead or alive. Same reward either way. You bag this one, and you're guaranteed to win an audience with Jabba. Gardula's more of a mystery, a kind of recluse. She's got a palace near the Judland Wastes.
We'll have to split up. You see if you can get close to Gardula. I'll hunt down this gang for Jabba.
Oh sure, you get to have all the fun.
One of these Hutts has information that will lead me straight to Voss's hidden system.
You mean lead us?
Ross, I'll let you know what I find out.
Hey, did you name that new ship of yours yet?
She's called Slave One.
There's kind of a ruthless ring to it. Well, fits your personality. I'll await your transmission.
And so will I, Fett.
He's been listening in on our conversations. That's not cool. So, yeah, and there's really never a given reason why he comes up with the name Slave One. It's a cool name to be sure, but and those comics that, again, I'll show whenever we finish up the game, the comic series that kind of came out around the same time as this game, one of them involves Jango being, so he was a Mandalorian, right? He was actually the Mandalore, the leader, and his crew was slaughtered by a Jedi, and he was taken captive. Ended up being a slave for a couple of years. So that's probably where the name came from. But anyway, yeah. So like I said, it's really never given a reason, but maybe that's what it is. So all right, let's go ahead and start. Level 1, Longo Two Guns. Tatooine rests in the Outer Rim beyond the reaches of the Republic. Its inhabitants are a mixture of hard-working locals attempting to extract a living from the harsh environment and transients visiting the world for illegal ventures. It is controlled by the Hutts, and their shady dealings bring many spacers, bounty hunters, thieves, and other malcontents to the planet's port cities. The lawless outlying towns, however, are difficult for even the Hutts to control.
Longo Two Guns is holed up in a pod racer hangar on the far side of town. Be careful. The whole place is under his gang's control. They've chased off or killed every mercenary Jabba has sent after them.
You worry too much, Ross.
Well, somebody's got to worry for you.
Like how he's kind of not paying attention. He's just playing with his gun and stuff. Also, if I like, so, all right, let's get started. This level, I might argue that this is the hardest level of the game, maybe, because there's so many enemies, and they have a tendency to just respawn randomly, like for no given reason whatsoever, and also you don't have a jetpack, which is unfortunate because I love the jetpack. It's let me turn that just a bit. It's really, this game is fun because it adds a extra dimension of mobility that most games don't have. So, like, most games you could run left, right, whatever. Jump and stuff. But this game lets you fly, which is cool. So, so not having it in this level is a bit of a letdown, but it's okay. We don't really need it. So, there's a lot of guys running around with, I can't remember, you're worth way more alive. So, what? Shh. We're in the middle of a live recording session. We're becoming world famous right now, Lily. Definitely. All 75 of our subscribers. Thank you for your patronage. Especially those of you who actually watch the videos. So, okay, once again, worth more alive. The next level is kind of a fun one. Won't talk about it too much because we'll actually see it here in a little bit. But there are several bounties that are worth more dead in that level. So, also like this one, I think it's fun because you're hunting down like an actual gang, and like each of them has like a nickname. Like that guy was Dusty, and then there's a couple that come up that are like One Eye or something, Dead Eye or something like that. But so these guys that have shown up behind me will just periodically, I say periodically, almost every time you enter a new area, will just respawn behind you, and so you'll get kind of pinned in between. Whoa, that guy freaked me out a little bit. I wasn't expecting him, and I couldn't figure out what was happening. But, yeah, so you'll find yourself, like, finding a bunch of guys in front of you, and then all of a sudden you're being shot from behind, too, so it kind of sucks. But, so this is a very easy level to die a lot on, and I probably will die several times at least. But we'll see. Maybe I'll do okay. Like I said, I think I do remember where all the bounties are on this level. But we will find out for sure. A bunch of snipers, too, so I may end up having to do some backtracking, and if so, I apologize. Just because there's health that I'll be leaving behind that I may end up having to get down the way. So best to get off to that guy's side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back here because these guys are going to come running through that door here any second. I'm just holding on to this grenade. Yep, see, there they are, just randomly spawn in out of nowhere. Also, I'm pretty impressed that I actually managed to kill someone with a grenade because I am usually pretty bad about it. What are you doing? Chasing your tail? That's pretty adorable. What are you gonna do when you get it? That's every dog's dream is to catch their own tail, right? So, do those dreams die when they do catch it? I don't know. So, alright, so this guy up here is a bounty, and he's worth the same both alive and dead, so we're probably just gonna kill him. I am going to try and get these guys. See, and this is kind of annoying because the sniper is really... Move! I shot the space Brachiosaurus. So, I'm just waiting for the guys to show up behind me because they'll come running here any minute. This level's also really bad about killing non-enemies, they will just up and die like nothing. And bounties like to kill each other and themselves, so that's not fun either. You have to watch out for that. I don't know if I just killed that Jawa. If I did, I don't know how I did. Okay, that guy's dead. Oh, jeez.
This is it for you.
I actually really like the Rontos. I think they're a neat creature. So he's in this basically the space Brachiosaurus. That's kind of neat. Also, we're at a point in the game where enemies will start dropping full back to tanks, which is nice. So this is the best fighting strategy I can think of. So hop up here, grab those. I didn't really mean to get both, but oh well. Run, little Jawa. So let's see. Oh geez, so we want to get out of here. So this next bounty is actually a Jawa. Hello. And oh jeez. Wow, they didn't even let me get up. That's probably a good strategy on their part. So we can get these guys. Lots of droids and Jawas are probably going to die on this level just because they're kind of in the way. And, yeah. Why this guy isn't shooting me is beyond me. I just had to open my mouth. So, Dewbacks, those big green lizard cow things, they're also pretty cool. They're from, the original New Hope. The stormtroopers ride them. I don't know if the Rontos were in there. They may have been added on as a special edition thing. I could be wrong on that. So, if you're on the chat and it's not me from earlier making sure I'm actually live streaming, feel free to weigh in if you know the answer. So, dude, no. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Don't tell me what to do. How to live my life. I just ran around in a weird circle because I was checking my phone to make sure it wasn't a notification or something like, hey, your recording stopped. I'm like really freaked out by that now because, like I said, I made it through this entire chapter already, and it wasn't cool. So, I'm actually getting a phone call, but I will have to talk to them here in a little bit after we finish the live stream. That would be very rude of me to stop. So. Oh, yes. I should probably get this guy. Jawas do flips when you kill him. It's kind of weird. So, Niktha. It's only worth 200 credits. That's not a lot, but hey, I'm not arguing. If credits are dollars, $200, that would be awesome. Darth Vader? It's an honor, sir. I'm more than honored to have you in my chat right now. This is great. So, oh yeah, that guy. Man, I wish I had a jetpack. So, let's see. There's a lot of people in this little tunnel. So I'm about to get chased down eventually. Like I said, because the other group is going to spawn behind me. And this is this is probably a part oh, goodbye, droid. Game looks very easy. It has its moments. Some levels do kind of suck. I have also played through this one a bunch recently because like I was saying earlier, I did have to my playthrough didn't record, unfortunately. Okay. Oh jeez. So, some levels are very easy, some are not. It's much easier and better when you have the jetpack and you know how to use it, so I unfortunately do not have the jetpack on this level. So, I'm going to grab this back to over here. So, and of course you would think this game would be easy, Darth Vader. I mean, you could just force choke your way through everybody, of course. So, but would be an interesting twist. Is there really any game out there where you could play as Darth Vader? I mean, like, there's a couple that I could think of, like Star Wars Battlefront, whatnot. You can play as the heroes. This game is unfortunately been banished to Legends continuity, which is unfortunate because the Clone Wars show kind of ruined anything Mandalorian-esque. Like I like the Clone Wars show. Don't get me wrong. It's actually really good. But that was my main issue. Was I really like how well the Mandalorian culture and everything had been built up by. So I think this guy's a bounty. Indeed. Oh, he's worth the same either way, so I'll just go ahead and grab him since I've already got him snagged up. I am going to run back really quick and grab my health. And get this guy apparently. But anyway, yeah. So they turned the whole Mandalorian culture into like one of pacifism, and the other side of it was the Death Watch, which if you yes, Clone Wars is canon. It's any of the movies, Clone Wars and Rebels, and pretty much anything that's come out since I think it was 2014, maybe. Where'd you guys come from? But yeah, pretty much anything like Force Awakens onward, definitely. Any of that stuff is considered canon. But in Legends continuity, like I said, they built up the Mandalorian culture. Like, they were awesome. A great book series if you like Star Wars and you just are looking for something to read. The Republic Commando series. I can't recommend them, and she's quite good.
Who is this guy?
But yeah, like, she's made a language for them and all kinds of stuff. So there is another bounty running around here. It's one of these Twi'leks. There she is. Okay, I'm assuming she's worth more alive because usually non-enemies are, except for that one Jawa. But so I'm gonna try to get her real quick before everyone gets. Never mind. See what I'm saying? Bounties like to kill each other, or not. Well, not kill each other, I guess, but they, yeah. As much as I don't. Yeah, that works. That guy is invincible. I'm going over here to fight these other guys. This is one of the parts that sucks a lot because I try to avoid killing. Stop freaking out, game. Oh, I never got the bounty. Whoops. If you're following, this is a walkthrough. I believe the secret feather is behind this table. It's behind one of them anyway. Let's see. We were talking about this game being considered Legends continuity. So they built, within the Legends, they built up Jango as like former Mandalore. And there's a comic series that ties in with this game that goes into his backstory. It's really cool. But now I think his canon backstory is he's literally just a bounty hunter, just some punk who stole Mandalorian armor and wears it. So not as cool. Let's see. Is that Rebels alive? When did Jawas kill? So that guy's only worth 100 credits. That is unfortunate, but oh well. So we'll get rid of these guys. Have you, Lord Vader? Have you actually gotten a chance to watch the Rebel show. I've heard it's pretty good. Excuse me. I've watched a few clips, and what I've seen, I enjoyed. I thought it was pretty cool, but I haven't actually had a chance to watch it myself. I actually just finished Clone Wars a few months back because it was on Netflix, so I was able to watch it. But I do not have a way to watch Rebels currently, so. Oh yeah, I forget. So there's another heavy blaster up here, so I'm not going to grab it yet, but I'm going to start using this on other people. So and I'll just come back and get that one. It makes pretty quick work of everybody. This level does have a boss fight at the end, so you might want to make sure you have yeah, and some heavy blaster ammo for the final boss, just to make it a little bit more bearable, because there's a lot going on in that last fight. So. Try watching it, but reviews are bad for the show. I don't know anybody personally that's seen it, so I don't really have anything to go off of. Like I said, I've watched a few clips. Spoilers, I know Darth Maul's in it. I gotta say spoilers, and then don't give you any time to like back off or anything. But like I've seen the clip where with him and Obi-Wan, and I believe you're a bounty. Yes. No, come back. I just want to capture you and exchange you for money. They don't show any deaths like the Clone Wars did. Brutal deaths. Did you ever watch... so there's the Clone Wars that we're talking about, but then there's also a show, I believe it's just called Clone Wars, by Genndy Tartakovsky, the guy who did Samurai Jack and Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls and stuff. It was a cartoon, same animation style as those other shows, and it was wonderful. I loved it. I think you can watch both seasons on YouTube. It's like a couple hours long, maybe. But that show was fantastic. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. So, it's been a long time. I should probably go back and watch it too, actually. In fact, I think because the very last episode of the show leads right into Revenge of the Sith, so I may have watched the... Oh my gosh, there's so much going on. So like they just get grenade happy. It's ridiculous. What in the world? Leave me alone. Stop. There's so much going on with grenades, and they're much better at using them than I am. So, I should not look up at my face whenever I talk. You need to stop. So, there we go. Killed yourself with your own grenade. What did you learn? Okay, yeah, so, I mean, they have allowed, yes, Thrawn. Okay, so I've never actually read the Thrawn books. They're most definitely on my list, because I got a buddy of mine who loves them. And so, it's cool that they're, like, while they're not acknowledging really much beyond, like, before, like, Force Awakens, they are bringing those characters and story arcs back, and I think that's really cool. Like, let's be real, Kylo Ren is Jason Solo. So, I mean, you know, and Rey is kind of like Jaina, I guess you could say. So, so we are seeing some of these awesome stories that we've had in the past coming back, and so that's pretty cool. I don't think I went back and got the heavy blaster, but that's okay. I don't think we need it. We're too cool. We got this. We're Jango Fett, man. Jango Fett. So, let's grab this. I'm going to be quiet for a second because there is a cutscene. Rolling that door, though.
You bounty hunters, just keep on coming. When's Jabba gonna learn? There ain't nobody can bring me down, dead or alive.
That's for me to decide.
I've heard about you, Fett. You're pretty good. No bounty hunter's ever made it this far. Think you can outshoot me and my boys?
Makes it more difficult.
Hear that, boys? He's scared.
Difficult to decide whether any of you live.
Get 'em, boys!
Such a badass. And right from the get-go, there's a Jawa running around in here somewhere. I will probably die at least once or twice in here, just throwing that out there. That Jawa right behind me that's dead, never mind. I'm not worried about him anymore. He's a bounty, and he usually dies within seconds. So... I can't remember whose they are, but they're a couple of these pod racers are from Phantom Menace, which is kind of cool as a little Easter egg there. So you don't have to go after all these guys like I am. I'm just trying to make it a little easier on myself in the long run. But you're ultimately after Longo, and he's the one shooting the blue blasters. So yeah, that jerk. Did I? I did not grab the heavy blaster. I didn't think I did. So I'm gonna try and run over here and see if I can get some health before I just up and die. I think we're the only two left, which is kind of cool. Let's see if I can just outshoot him. Boom! Gotcha.
Information.
Gustamurishani, Jivopa, Jinapunu Kandata.
I never thought so, Jabba. But perhaps you know where I might find what I'm looking for.
Kusa,
Bando Gora?
Jino Batatontogu, Chuba Lokata, Dolaktunga Dula. Jitinka Kokpa is Chuba Kili Gadula, Menobata Taki.
Discretion is my specialty.
Topo kanina baka chikta bunko. Kawa Tusken Noya machuba manaji. Jikul kanya to katula nichusa.
Alright, I actually forgot to check. So we got 14 bounties. That's not bad. So we did miss the last Jawa at the end, and that one Twi'lek died. We were supposed to take her alive, so... Oh well, not too bad. Only 22 minutes. That's actually quite fast for that level. Maybe because I've had to play it a bunch, so... Let's go ahead and move on to the next level, which is Tusken Canyon. The Jundland Wastes of Tatooine are also known as No Man's Land, where the rugged desert mesas meet the endless dune sea. The craggy environment is home to many threats, from roaming Krayt dragons to Tusken Raiders and their ferocious guard massives, as well as Gardulla the Hutt's heavily armored patrols. There are even rumors that another feeding hole for the giant Sarlacc that inhabits the Great Pit of Carkoon has
I'm
emerged
just outside Gardulla's palace. Took me forever to find it. What did you learn from Jabba?
Looks like you're in the right place. Gardulla the Hutt is definitely working with the Bando Gora.
Yeah, I know. I saw some of them lurking around. They give me the creeps.
We need to get into Gardulla's vault. Can you get inside the palace?
I don't know. It's crawling with guards. I might need to change into a disguise or something. Where are you anyway?
Jabba told me about a back way in. It won't be easy. Could take a while.
You'll probably have better luck than me. Wait, someone's coming. I've got to go.
Get your hands off me! Let me go!
Zam, do you copy? Zam! Zam!
Okay, they got Zam. Whoops. Oh, we got our jetpack back, though, so everything's okay. So, let's see. Okay, this might be one of my favorite levels. I quite enjoy this one. It's these guys I don't really want to mess around with, so I'm gonna try to, I don't know why he's being weird and glitching out. But anyway, I'm not arguing with it. So I'm going to try to take a few of these guys out with the toxic darts, mostly because I don't use them for anything else. So, and I usually wind up missing a bunch, so I'm glad I'm actually hitting these guys and not just making a fool out of myself, so. Alright, clever dodging. I hear growling and it's freaking me out. So, bust out my sniper rifle. Snipe some Tuskens. I hate the sniper rifle in this game. and for that very reason. Really? I've always, for whatever reason, I've always liked the Tusken Raider sound effects. I don't know why. I do that, like honking. I actually have a humorous story. Oh gosh! So, if you've watched our videos before, you guys know who Josh is. He's one of our fellow Media Tsunami hosts. And he and I and some other friends of ours used to go on road trips every summer. And one year we went to the Grand Canyon. And, ooh, hi there. I think that's the last one. Those guys are cool looking. They got like little crocodile faces, and like that's your face apparently. But, and they're like big dogs. I just think they're neat. Anyway, we went to the Grand Canyon, and the first night we stopped in Flagstaff, Arizona. So I live in North Texas, and it took us. That's where we got. At the end of the day, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and we just couldn't do it anymore, so we had to stop. Oh, hi there. I don't think you're a bounty, but I'm gonna. He is a bounty. I couldn't remember. This is a good opportunity for your flamethrower. Anyway, so we got to Flagstaff, Arizona, and I got sick. So I spent the entire night, like, we stayed in our car just because we were poor and couldn't afford a hotel or didn't want to spend money on it or something, just in case we couldn't make it back home. And the next day we made it to the Grand Canyon. We decided to go on our hike, which was a 3-mile trail down from where we were at, which was fine. And then after we got to the bottom, we then realized, oh, we got to go back up. And so like I said, I'm sick. It took us forever. Oh gosh, I should not take my hands off the controller, mostly because these guys will tear you up. But we had to stop a bunch because I was getting dizzy, and there's no rail, so I really didn't want to fall off the side. That would have been terrible. But I remember thinking to myself, like, I'm going to have to become a Tusken Raider and, like, start stealing things from people as they go throughout the canyon and stuff. But fun / not pleasant memory for me. So, I apologize, Lord Vader. I've been ignoring your messages in favor of ranting about stories. So let's see. You don't want them to bring back the Vaughn because it ruins the happy ending we got at the end of Return of the Jedi. Oh wow, he's worth way more dead. But I like the Yuzong Vong story, and it's kind of cool that this Star Wars continues beyond you and the Emperor's inevitable fall. It's cool. Like, and I think that's kind of the route they're going with this new trilogy. So we'll see how that all pans out. But I'm gonna snipe some of these Tuskens that definitely know I'm here. Crotch shot. That works. Shame that a good bounty hunter like Fett got his head slashed out too easily, and I hated how Jango and Boba were easily defeated. I agree. It's really unfortunate because they build them up so much. And so if you know me at all, or you've watched any of our stuff, you should know that Boba Fett is my favorite character from expanded universe stuff. I like the idea that he's not dead and Legends continuity, just because it's and even like George Lucas has like gone on record and said like, hey, if I'd known he was going to be so popular, I'm actually going to go back and get that sniper ammo. He's like, if I'd known he was going to, I didn't think I was going to make that. He's like, if I'd known he was going to be so popular, he's like, I'm not going to make that. He's like, I would have given him a better death or something like that. And yeah, I mean, like, it makes sense. Like, he's so cool, but he doesn't get to do anything, and it's unfortunate. Jango, movie-wise, is actually a much cooler character because, I mean, like, he gets to fight Obi-Wan, and if we're being real honest, you can either call that a draw or Jango won. One of the two. But, yeah, like, and then, you know, with Mace Windu, it's a bit more one-sided. He does, like, his jetpack is malfunction, and I think he only has one blaster at that point, because that's all he shoots him with. So I would have liked to have seen a better fight between those two. Like, I definitely think Mace Windu would have come out on top either way. But it would have been a lot cooler to see. I might die right here. We'll see. Okay, wow, I made that. Somebody drop health, please. Yes, that's exactly what I needed. So. Oh, geez, now they're all shooting at me. So if you've seen Return of the Jedi, this scene ought to look fairly familiar to you. A Fett flying around on various skiffs, and what do you think we're above? It's the Sarlacc. So, it doesn't actually... Goodbye. It doesn't actually do anything in this game. This is basically like it looked in the special edition, which, if you ask other members of our Media Tsunami crew, they may tell you that I don't agree with all the changes. Like, I am definitely on a Han shot first basis. Because in the original, like, Greedo never fires a shot and it's just Han. But I like that better because it makes Han a little more roguish. So you've got... Agree. Okay, so movie-wise, yes, Darth Vader is by far the... Oh, jeez, I almost ended up like Boba. I did end up like Boba. No! No, I'm assuming that's you, John. But, yeah, I absolutely agree. Vader might just be the best character ever created for a fictional movie, period. Even, I just like his entire story, like, the Anakin and Darth Vader side of it, too. Well, the Anakin side may not have been portrayed that well. I do like the idea of, like, him being a former Jedi and all this stuff, and then ultimately being redeemed at the end. So, but, yeah. So, before I so rudely interrupted myself by falling into the Sarlacc down there, I wish they, it's really more of just a graphical thing. Like, it's basically a bottomless pit. If you fall in it, you die. Like, but it would have been cool if they had put, like, the mouth and stuff. That is a, your acting was bad in the prequels. I'm gonna get ganged up on here in a second, because I know, like, I actually like the prequels. I think they do have their moments. The original trilogy is by far the better, but I don't hate the prequels. I kind of grew up with them, though, so, like, Episode 1 came out when I was 10. So the things that bothered people like Jar Jar and stuff, like Jar Jar I probably thought was hilarious. Stuff like that just didn't bother me. I agree that wasn't Vader, that was Anakin. They're two different characters, honestly, I think you could argue. Darth Vader definitely being the more awesome of the two. So, you're only worth money dead. And I'm doing you a favor because you only run into rocks. So. And just in general, your entire cast from the original trilogy is just more iconic. I mean, you've got, Luke and Han and Leia, is an awesome lead female role. And then Vader is your back. He destroyed him. But then you come back in the end as a weird-looking old dude. Or Aiden Christensen again, depending on which version you watch. So. Don't get him started on sand. That's really what turned him. It wasn't like the fear of his wife dying or anything. He vowed. I'm surprised he didn't go back and use the Death Star to blow up Tatooine. I mean, because just so many bad memories and stuff there. So, being a slave and then his mom dying and whatnot. I'm surprised he just never went back and just blew it up. So, Speaking of Tatooine, that's where we are currently, in case you weren't sure, with the Tusken Raiders and the Sarlacc. But oh, you're totally a bounty. I don't know if you're worth more alive or dead. I'm gonna die. He's probably worth more dead. I should have just shot him. Oh well. Also love advice from Vader. So, I think I may have mentioned in one of my earlier videos, but I can't remember. I'd always wanted them to make a sequel to this game where you were Boba or something like that, and we almost got that in the form of Star Wars. Is it 1313? And I wish. Oh no, you're definitely worth more alive. And that's the part where Disney bothers me about their acquisition of Star Wars. Is like, you know, they've got all this cool stuff that they've built up. Why not work around it? Or, you know, I mean, there's so many stories, like, with, stop it. You know, with the whole Kylo Ren, Rey thing, it's basically the Jaina and Jason story arc. So, I mean, like, why not just use that kind of stuff? But then they take away games like 1313 that I'm really excited about. But, oh well, maybe they'll bring it back, or even if they have to tone it down or something. I think it was going to be a rated R. So, but it was supposed to be like you trudging through the seedy underbelly of Coruscant as like a coming-of-age Boba Fett, and that would have been an awesome game. So, but for now, I will settle for getting to replay through this game. This is actually one of my favorite games to play as a kid. I enjoyed it. So, I don't really know that many people that have played it. Which is odd. So, we're back to the sail barge. Tell my babe about sand. As soon as I'm done here, I'll tell her. So, see how she feels about that. She'll probably tell me to be quiet because I think she's actually not feeling well. So she went ahead and went to bed. So, figured I would try to re-record this since it. Oh, you're worth the same either way. Punch you. It's like Bosk. I actually like the BioWare Star Wars games KOTOR, and I think 2 is Obsidian. It's not BioWare, but it's the same engine and everything. And I actually really like KOTOR 2 a lot. If you go on to MediaTsunamiNetwork.com and check out our blog posts, December of 2015, I believe. John and Scotty and I, they joined me a couple of times. We did a series of Star Wars themed lists, one of which was favorite games, and this one I think was my number 3, maybe number 4. I can't remember. So, but my first one for sure was Republic Commando. I love that game. And number 2 was KOTOR 2, I believe. So, I know this one was on there. I'm trying to remember what other games were on there. I don't think it was Battlefront, but I do love Battlefront. I haven't played I played a little bit of the new one, not enough, but it's weird. I don't know how I feel about it just yet. How many bounties do I have? 7? Okay, I think I know where the last few are. Animals, so you kill them like animals. Yeah. I feel like he could have benefited from some real therapy, and there's no way their relationship was a healthy one. So, like, he really should have just ran, but then he probably would have gone crazy and hunted her down. So. Sometimes they just stand there, and I'm okay with that. Health? Drop health? Oh, hey, there's health. I don't really need it, but I want it. They keep saying what I can only assume is Pikachu, so I'm assuming his popularity extends to a galaxy far, far away. So, She was way older. Hey, man, my man, there's nothing wrong with older women. So, just gonna have to stop you there. So, absolutely nothing wrong. Most of these guys, if I'm not mistaken, will run off the ledge to their death. Again, I'm okay with this. Yep, there goes him. There goes him. I don't know why they do that. It's just bad AI. So, sometimes it works in your favor and sometimes it does not. So, also, again, if you're following this as a walkthrough, which why are you? Because I'm not that great at it. The secret feather, I believe, is right up here. So, I've already gotten it because I am playing on the playthrough that I've already finished. So, I think this guy. No, not that guy. But, rounding the corner here in a second is our next bounty. Yes, that guy. He'll probably run off the ledge. No, we're good. Just want to punch Trandoshans for some reason. This guy. This guy is the hardest bounty in the game to get because he does not like staying on that platform. So when I was going through my trophy run, in order to get the trophy for all bounties, you have to get them all in one like run through of the level. So if you miss one guy, you can go through the entire level and get all, like say if there's 10, you can get 9 of them. But if you miss one guy, it doesn't count. Like it's useless. Like you have to go back through and play the entire level again and get all 10 at once. So that guy frustrated me to no end. So that means Padme is a pedo. What? I hear Gamorrean, so we must be close. I'm gonna be quiet. Cutscene.
Oh, am I glad to see you. Let me out of here.
Did you find Gardula's vault?
In her throne room. I saw her use a medallion around her neck to open it. There's a computer inside.
Inside that vault are all of Gardula's records, and the location of Vosa's system. I have to get it.
Come on, let me out.
I can't risk letting you out now, or they'll sound the alarm.
Don't leave me here, Django. Gardula wants to feed me to her crate dragon.
I'll be back. Trust me.
Trust you? I know what you're doing. You're gonna go after Voser alone, aren't you? I thought we were partners, Fett. Guards! Guards!
I mean, honestly, why would the guards come running if a prisoner's yelling stuff? I know I wouldn't think they would care. They are Gamorreans, though, and they're not smart, so... Oh, we only got 8 bounties that time. I know we missed that one guy, and I don't remember which dude I missed. I think I do know. More cunning Hutt, Jabba. The palace is isolated and difficult to penetrate. Gardula does not enjoy the company of strangers, especially now that she has made a deal with the leader of the Band of Gora to transport their toxins that will eventually enslave the masses to this insidious cult.
Nia patise murishani. Tikta bata chuba chinagin. Chuba noi.
It's good to know that Huttese ha 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 translates to ha ha ha.
Dongo na ubia. Dopa maski. Ha 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 ha. Tinkabatachi. Me chuba. Nia grancha mulira. Madragona que famdo. Cusco numa.
He's just standing back there patiently. This guy will... Oh, jeez. They will mess you up, and so will this dragon. So you want to go through that little hole there, but... those Gamorreans will hurt you like crazy. So you want the dragon to go after them and make your quick escape. So... yeah, so Zam is cool. Like, she does have cool parts in this game. This was just a unfortunate, like they just met, so not really trusting each other kind of thing. So this part's kind of neat because you don't have your armor or your weapons and stuff, which I mean you have your armor, but you don't have your weapons or anything like that, which kind of sucks. Lily, shush. I think this would have been a neat opportunity for them to make either some kind of gauntlet run, like a crap, gotta get your stuff back. sort of opportunity, or maybe even like a stealth type thing would have been cool. So I wonder if burning Gamorreans smell like bacon. What just happened? I don't really even know. I'm weirded out by this whole thing. So Lily, shush, you're fine. One of these Gamorreans coming up somewhere as a bounty. I'm gonna try not to die right at the beginning of the level. Nailed it. Okay, so this is the last level of the game that has bounties in it, because the last chapter doesn't have any. So, and he's been around a while, so I'm assuming so. Maybe his helmet displays subtitles, like it translates for him. That would be actually, well, he wasn't wearing his helmet either, I guess. So that would be interesting. So Hutt seems like it's a. Oh gosh, I am so gonna die. So I don't know. Hutt seems like it's like a fairly common language. Like a lot of people speak it. Unless I'm mistaken, Watto. Dang! I've died twice already. You need to. You need to shush. Lay down. You're fine. Sorry, I have my dog Lily, and she's amazing, but she's been kind of whiny tonight. Lay down, Lily. You're fine. You're just on live. You're on a live stream, so you're becoming world famous right now. So anyway, but yeah, like I said, I think Huttese is fairly common. It's probably probably like Spanish in our world, where a lot of countries, a lot of people speak it, and so even if it's like not your native language, like a lot of people understand it. So I don't know, that's just speculation on my part. So I'm gonna try not to die a third time here. Health. There we go. Feel a little better about my life right now. I would have to agree. Probably. They run a lot of the illegal stuff. Let's see. Like I hear somebody. You're not a Gamorrean. So this next area. Woo! Hi. This next area has like 4 bounties in it, and that guy might. No, he's not one. So, but yeah, there's a bunch. Like just 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one is right there. So, and they're all wanted alive. So this guy is probably about to ruin my day by throwing grenades everywhere. Like a friggin'. I got them all. Good for me. But I'm gonna die in here for sure. Not dead. Good for me. Hutt Jedi, there's actually, again, Legends continuity only, but look up, I think his name is Beldorian. He does ultimately go to the dark side, but yeah. There is a Hutt Jedi. So there's a bunch of random, like, race Jedi, like, that you wouldn't, like, there's a Jawa one. What else? So the Hutt one's definitely one of the cooler. See, yeah, these people just run around and they get a shot. So, oh jeez, really? A rocket launcher in this hallway? You are crazy, man. There's so many people in this room. I actually prefer the idea of Jar Jar being a dang it. The idea of Jar Jar being a Sith Lord. Dang, I'm just at this point I'm just killing everybody. If you're in my way, sorry. This is where becoming a bounty hunter gets murky. So, I mean, I guess you are hanging out in a sketchy place anyway, so it's kind of your fault. Whoop! Goodbye. So he's worth more dead. There's another one, like, right behind this door, too. It's also wanted dead, so go ahead and take that guy out. This next room kind of sucks. So, get ready to jetpack, and getting up on high ground is probably a smart idea because these Bando Gora guys will tear you apart. Keep hearing Gamorrean noises, and I don't like it. No, sir, not one bit. Ah! The next chapter pretty much features nothing but Bando Gora. Spoiler, I guess. So this is good practice, I guess. But they're creepy. Ah! Why are they not attacking those guys? Oh, dang. I don't know why I'm shooting that. Yeah, you do need the high ground. The feather is in this room somewhere, and I can't remember exactly where it's at. I want to say it's over here somewhere. So, again, I can't tell because I have already gotten it on this playthrough, but it's in that room somewhere. So. Oh. Okay. Like they're trying to give you something when they die. So this guy over here is bounty. He's probably gonna die pretty quick. Nope, got him too. Man, I've been such a naysayer. Jason Voorhees. That turret guy's not my friend. Neither are grenade people though, so... I may have killed a non-enemy. Yep. Don't hang out with Hutt's kids. Or sketchy crime lords. Or get you killed by a bounty hunter one day. That's the takeaway for this mission. I didn't realize how low my health was. Good thing I've got 3 continues. We're actually almost at the end of the level. In fact, I think there's like one room after this one. I'm gonna get these guys down pretty quick. Get that guy. Excuse me. Oh, jeez. Like Mountain Dew it? You need to get back here, man. I'm tired of your crap. Hey, there's only one bounty left and I know where he's at, so that's good. Ah! He does say that in a fun fashion. I actually really like Palpatine's voice. The kind of guttural growl. They just random, like, enemy tracks get looped for some reason. And so, like, they'll just keep talking and there won't be anybody around. It's really weird, so. this guy up here is our final bounty, and he is only wanted dead. So that is the last bounty in the game. Like I said, the last chapter doesn't actually have any, so very cool. We found a good chunk of them, so, and time for another cutscene.
Chuba Kilimagado, Kraktuma Banco, Ichuba Pasade Nagamu Rishani, Wanka, Chuba Conchita Tumuchachi.
You could save me the trouble and tell me where Kamari Vosa is right now.
Vosa! Komari Vosa! Mukologa! Bona Naikachu! Nubata.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Hey, look who showed up.
There's one more thing, Gardula. Jabba sends his regards.
Such a badass. Gross. It's like swallowing a really big loogie. So I haven't used them, so we'll go ahead and use the cluster missiles just because they're cool. They're not very good. Same with just the regular missiles, like they don't do that much damage. Whereas like my heavy blaster, for example, doesn't seem like it's doing a whole lot either, but it actually is going down much faster than the rockets do, so... This fight's kind of underwhelming just because the Crate Dragon doesn't really do anything. You just have to boost up because it does shake the ground. Oh yeah, it's already dead, so...
Roz, I found a computer in Gardula's vault, but the data's encrypted. My decryption gear was destroyed with my ship. I'll need you to decode it for me.
You got it, sweetheart. And Django, I'm sorry to hear about your partner. I guess you can't trust anyone after all.
I should have known better.
Oh, Django, I was hoping you could get together.
Like I said before, not in this lifetime.
I had no choice, Django. You were gonna leave me to die.
Maybe. I guess you'll never know.
I'll make it up to you. Please, let me out.
You're lucky I don't kill you right now.
Why don't you?
I gave you a chance, Sam. You blew it. You can stay in there for a while and think about it. I've got a bounty to hunt.
Django, come back! Django!
You done messed up, Zam. You done messed up. So, continuing on with the whole Legends thing, I think Gardula actually survives that, and, like, maybe claws her way out of it or something. Apparently Hutts are indigestible. There's actually a book series out there that I quite enjoy. It's, I cannot think of what the name of it is. I just remember that it deals with, some kid who ends up being Palpatine's grandson, which I'm totally buying into the Rey as a Palpatine theory, just throwing that out there. But in, like, this story, it's like the Heir of the Empire, or something like that. It might be the name of it, actually, Heir of the Empire. And Jabba's dad is one of the main characters, or not main characters, but he shows up in one of the later books, and he's out to get Princess Leia for killing his son, and I don't like the way that sounds.
Roz, did you find Vosa's system? Roz, do you copy?
Sorry, Django. Your Toydarian friend is unavailable.
Where is she?
Don't worry, pal. She's not dead. Not yet. She's a tough old bird. Took a while to get her to hand over that data.
You just signed your death warrant.
Don't be a sore loser. It's just business, old buddy.
Such a cool ship.
I have underestimated this bounty hunter, Django Fett, and the one who shadows him. It is time that the hunters become the hunted. Kill them. Kill them now. Bring me their bodies.
Feel free to take out Montrose. Nah, it wouldn't be fun if we didn't get to do it, right? So that's the end of that chapter. So we do have one more thing I'll do before we finish, but next time we will tackle chapter 6, going after Vosa. Again, no bounties on that level, so we will, let's go back to the bonus items, and I finish every video out like this, so we will go ahead and watch outtakes number 5. Why in every game?
This is gonna hurt you a lot more than me. Why in every game do we have that line? Come on. Come on!
Nobody sees a Hutt without something to offer. John, I hope you were taking notes, because we're going to learn that. We're going to learn that dance. So you guys can expect that video up sometime here in the near future. Of course, Media Tsunami taking on our take on the Jango Fett Hutt dance. So something I'm looking at the camera now and I'm remembering. John, do you like the curtains? They're super cool, right? Yeah, I don't know, it's just random, so it makes the room look a little nicer. Eventually I'll get to a point where I've finished up the room enough that I'll do a nerd room tour. You can check out John's video he did, I believe, a year or so ago, that on his nerd room tour. It's awesome, you should check it out. I'm a little jealous of some of the stuff he's got in there, but it's definitely a cool one. Yeah, so we'll pick back up on this hopefully maybe Sunday, if not maybe next Wednesday, and assuming that the game doesn't decide to be a punk, or the recording, hopefully that one will go smoothly. So appreciate you guys checking this one out with me, and I will catch you next time. Peace.